here?
Yeah, we just stand right here if that's okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Let's start with your season so far with KB Racing. How would you recap your season and how you've been learning?
Well, it's been up and down. You know, like the speed was always there, but we had a lot of bad luck all year, and it was pretty difficult, and especially the new experience with the ovals. You know, never driven an oval before, so it was something completely new for me, and getting used to it, like lap after lap, and every time I'm on track, I get more comfortable. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I hope I'll be back next year.
Your career best finish was 8th at the Indy Grand Prix this year. Racing Tony Kanaan, does that stand as your highlight of the season so far?
Yeah, I think it was a pretty good race, and I mean we finished 8th. We had a lot of opportunities this year to finish better. I mean we missed some opportunities to finish on the podium and maybe get a win. So a bit disappointed in that, but still, you know, it's your first year. And I think that in this year you need a lot of luck too, and luck hasn't been on my side since the beginning of the season. So you know, I just hope that we can do better, and we still have 2 races to go, and I hope we can have a great result.
I'm going to go back to when you tested for Toro Rosso in 2011. Marco Andretti said the big thing with the F1 cars is the braking. When it comes to differentiating from the Indy cars, what really stood out when you drove that F1 car?
Well, it's a completely different car. It's a lighter car and it goes fast too. The car it has a lot of power and braking, that's for sure, and a lot of aero. So the car is just mega quick in the corners, and it's just something that you have to get used to.
Being from Monaco, how big has the Monaco Grand Prix been for you ever since you started watching?
It's huge. I mean, we're born into it, you know. You watch it since you're a little kid, and it was always a dream to race in Monaco, and then in the end I actually won there in GP2. So it was a big thing for us, for my family, and for everyone around. And you know, being Monegasque and winning in Monaco, it's something very special and something that you can't really describe. So because it's unique, so it was a big thing.
Although money is such a big thing in F1, do you ever look back and think about what could have been a big F1 career since you were so good in GP2?
Well, we had the opportunity to go to F1, we just didn't have the money, like you say. But I'm very happy where I am right now, and I love this championship. This venture, it's a lot of fun. You know, the environment is great, the people are great, and it's a complete different type of racing, and I love it. So I'm actually happy to be here.
In GP2, you got injured twice at Spa. How did that change your outlook or your perception on what can happen in racing?
Well, we know it's dangerous. I mean, you go at like 240, 230 miles an hour on a track. You know that if you hit a wall, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
And those things happen. I mean, my 2 crashed in Spa with both like from a lot of bad luck. I mean, the first one, the steering column broke in the worst place that it could break of the track, and I hit the wall pretty hard. And the second one, a guy had an engine problem in front of me and didn't move out of the way. So, you know, it's tough. It hurts, but you know, it's our sport, and we don't think about it, because if you start thinking about it, I think you better change sport. So it's part of it. Since
F1's racing at Spa this week, how daunting is the lead up to that Eau Rouge corner?
It's a fun corner. There's a huge compression down there, and every time you go in there, I mean, with the GP2 car, I remember it was flat every lap, and it was just a very special feeling, you know, something that you don't experience anywhere else, and it's some of that stuff I'm gonna miss from Europe, some of those tracks, but you know, it's part of the job.
Master Goldfield was racing in the Indy 500 this year. What was the approach to that? To what was the biggest race in the world?
I didn't hear. Who? Sorry.
The Indy 500.
Yeah.
You finally got to race in that this year. What was the entire approach up to that race like?
It was just taking it slow. I mean, it was my first ever time on an oval, and it was the quickest oval of the year. And it was just, I had a great coach, Larry Lundijk. Larry Lundijk that was coaching me, and Jimmy Vassar. So I had 2 great guys next to me explaining me what to do, and I was just taking it step by step. The team did a great job with me to build up the confidence for me to go faster and faster, and in the end, in the race, we were quick. I mean, we had bad luck with that crash, because 2 guys crashed in front of me and I couldn't avoid it. but we were pretty quick, and I'm sure that we could have ended up in the top 10 if we would have finished it.
Now you have a couple more oval races on your belt. What do you think about oval racing so far?
Well, to start with, I wasn't really happy about it.
Yeah.
I mean, Indy was okay, but then when I got to Texas, it was really hard. But then the more I drive and the more I'm enjoying it, I'm having a lot of fun. You know, it's high speed, lots of overtaking, a lot of things can happen. You know, you can be a lap down, 2 lap down, and still recover and still go win a race. You know, so it's thrilling, and I think it's a lot of fun. And I'm actually happy that I actually feel more comfortable now in it.
Do you have any favorite or least favorite tracks so far that you've driven on in IndyCar?
Actually, no. I think they were all good tracks, all with, you know, different things. But there's one track that I have to say that I really didn't like was Texas. that was a tough one. But I think it's because I think you need a lot of driving on there, and because we missed free practice because we had a mechanical issue on the car, it was pretty difficult to get into it. You know, missing an hour of practice. So
you mentioned Arie Luyendyk, and how thankful have you been to have such a veteran like him helping you out in your first season?
Well, it was really important because I sat down with him before the first practice, and he started to explain me what to do, what not to do, especially. More than what to do, it was more like trying to explain me what I shouldn't do.
Yeah.
You know, so things that I wouldn't think about and things that, you know, don't come naturally, and it was good to have him there because I think I could have done some of those mistakes if I didn't have anyone telling me not to do them.
Yeah, but Sebastian Bourdais is your teammate. He had a lot of F1 experience. Now he's been in here for a long time. How big has it been to have him on your team and helping you?
It's been helping a lot. I mean, setup-wise, and also, you know, on the ovals and all his experience, you know, track walks, explaining me stuff about tracks. You know, it's always better to have such an experienced teammate than having another rookie next to you because it helps you grow a lot. So it was nice to have him as a teammate.
Who were your favorite drivers growing up when you were first starting to watch motorsports?
Montoya.
Montoya?
Yeah, it was Montoya, and actually the first time, you know, I started to race against Montoya, I was like, whoa, I overtook Montoya. You know, it was a big thing, but yeah, Montoya was one of my favorites when he was in F1.
You're really big on social media. You use Twitter. How do you enjoy engaging with the fans with social media?
Well, I think it's really important because, I mean, without the fans, there wouldn't be any racing. Yeah. So it's important to give to the fans, you know, some news and tell them how everything is going because they don't see what's going on from the inside, and sometimes just posting pictures and telling them what you're doing is just for them to be a little bit part of it. So I think it's important, and I think everyone should do it.
How much has your life changed in the last year?
Well, a lot. You know, I moved from Europe all the way here. It's a complete different culture. It's a complete different country. You know, it's a lot different, and I got fat.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep my weight down, but with the food over here, it's not easy. But no, I like it here in the States. Like I said before, I like the people, the mentality. Everyone's much nicer than back in Europe. So it's been all good.
Yeah. Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.